Now, today we're going to be looking and reviewing the Daredevil Born Again Punisher. I did modify mine a little bit in certain areas. I'll get that one together. I put this online. I put it online for like $25, $27, depending on where you look. Right now, it is very depending on other prices. Modifying mine is modified to give it a little more range and a little more action. But I did buy other J. Joe weapons, the figures, stuff like that, to actually give it a lot more accessories. I have it in front of me right now. Now, let's see if you're getting for your own collection and what the main figure comes with. The weapons for the Joe. But it does work with the more legends. Because technically the same skill, so it actually makes sense. Let's look at that. Now, one thing comes with already, but this is going to be in a second. Now, the figure itself, I will say, it really does look like it really does like the actor. He does look like him. But I will say people have pointed out that the hair is not really accurate either because it's like in a it's like this. But in the show it's more like smaller down, like more flattened out. So that kinda happens. There was probably before the show and the concept art came out. So kinda gave him a different kind of hairstyle. And I did move the magazines up. So magazines, the pistol area is up too. The knife is on the same section. Now that part on the main body is actually modified, so I had to get more range within here and here. And I did modify the legs a little bit more. Anyways, the skull itself I think was cool, but I have seen people notice that the nose is not even close, but if you get it in the right area, it's not bad looking. I like how it's faded in because, like, technically it is just faded in from that kind of point. Because technically, if you watch that, if you watch the show, we never see him work on the costume. So by that point, it's just like that. Now, articulation wise, you can look up that high, down, that low, which is a pretty good range. Which is the bottom joint, so kind of makes sense. Arms can go actually this way, all the way. And it does have a shifting moment, shifting right here. So in case you want to give more range, you actually can. I did do the rings inside, so I give it more range, and it does do that at times. Now, I do like how it looks, with especially with all of this, the patch, and it looks pretty cool. And the flag on shoulder, and the flag. Now, articulation is where it gets, like I said, shoulder pieces. I did modify a little bit. Arms, I did pretty good. Geared all the way to the top, which is pretty good. What came off? Yeah, okay. I'll figure it out later. Now the legs are double jointed, makes sense, but it did kick up to the butt, which is pretty good actually for range. It does have a thigh swivel above. Makes sense. Makes sense. And not much on a boot. I already would have had a boot section so we could actually give him more range so he could just wiggle it, but whatever. Now he curves that far back and this forward, which is not that much. I'm gonna be honest here. So at that point, this is modified to the level that you want. Now, accessories. He comes with two hands that are similar so he can hold two different weapons. Because he does have a hatchet, which is kind of pretty cool looking, and a knife, which is similar to the knife that I own in my own room, actually. And works very decently. and it does have a holster for a pistol. Now, it does hide in very well actually. It's how do you very cool, indeed. Normally down here, but since I decided to modify it, it's a little more farther back. But technically, I think it works out because you don't want to go a little too far low or too far back. And it does your standard Glock, which is that was pretty good. And I did do a little paint on it by marking it in. And it is a soft soft plastic. I don't say rubber, but it's all plastic. It does bend a lot, but that's fine. It shouldn't be like a heavy kind of thing, but whatever. Now that's 2 hands, which I kind of hate we didn't get another pair, but whatever. We have a open palm hand right here. I really wish we came another one and a fist hand. So one hand goes on each one, but then this one is a fist and this one is just open palm. But we didn't get a fist hand for that hand and open hand for that hand. I really wish we did because it'd be enough hands. Because look, the Spider-Man right here, literally has multiple pairs of hands to the point that he has the same amount of hand for both, for both of them, which is kind of stupid. I'm gonna be honest here. Now, with the thing that made back here, to the reason why I made it. So in the weapon rack, you gotta change up and I do it. Since you have so many things you can put up them, you can put a shotgun, you can put a rifle, you can put whatever up on that. And say, okay, I want to put a 19. Say I want to put a M16 or a M4A1, which I think is a M16 looks like. And this is from the Joes. Oh shit! That comes out. The magazine comes out from these. Maybe wish some of them I did. Which is actually freaking cool because if you really want to, you can make them hold the weapons up too. It's just a nightmare when you want to do with some certain figures. And the fact that I had bought so many Joes over the time. So from the Firefire, some from a lot of them. The only problem with these hands you have is they can't grip worth the shit. I mean, the only way you could do it, best way that I ever hold anything that will be loosey goosey, is by putting the weapon, if it's not too thick, by putting it to the hand. Actually, it does hold a lot more better. I do have a lot of accessories throughout this, so a sniper rifle. Another, this is a M10, a M10. Which is actually really cool looking because I really do like how like some of these I look. And it does give you a whole idea of what you could do if you buy these Joes. I just need to pretty much recolor some of this part actually. And since you buy some more Joes and they add you handguns, here's one that I bought. I do like how this look. So it's like your standard. I want to say your standard like in Glock, but it's more like a 11. But I mean, the fun part, I do have a 11 as well, 2011 model to be particular, with the Ascend magazine and everything. So it does give you an idea. You get really give them any amount of accessories and can make it work a lot more better. And one thing I did buy is a revolver, a snub nose in particular. Now, if you buy a certain devil, you could give him the handgun. It depending on what you want to give the look as. And for me, I'd really like the snub nose on this one. I'll be honest with you. I have bought so many Joes at a time. I have like a whole bag full of weapons. I got riot shields, shotguns, everything, SMGs and shit. This is actually cool to see some of the stuff over time. Because no, damn it. And just set this back up. It's not easy to set some of this up though. It is a little more of a nightmare to do. So at that point, buy this figure and buy a lot of Joes. You're gonna have a photo with every accessory you buy, especially a lot of the handguns. A lot of the tools you can probably establish. But like I said, off. Now, should you get this? Yes, it's clearly pick this guy up. Look, at that point, pick up the Punisher, buy some Joes, use their weapons, do some scenes. You have ideas. I will do them myself. I have enough Joes, and I have a box full of these guys. And there's so many accessories you can use for your Punisher or Winter Soldier. I'm not even joking when I say this. There's so many accessories you can use for your figure to make it worth your money to work with. And I think it's worth getting. And the fact that I'm recording this, as of the trailer came out as of this morning, like 5 or 6 hours ago. Here's the thing is, the trailer came out, I haven't watched it yet. And guess what? Frank is in it too. Well, he's not in season 2 for Born Again, so. You know what? Then it's, yeah. Anyway, this is cool pickup to modify to Eddie make a little. I thought to modify a little bit, and you could use some of the G.I. Joe vehicles. I do have the big one back there. The thing was like $75. Not sure what I mean. It's down there, the big thing in there. That's a vehicle that cost me $75. And guess what? If you modify it a little bit, you can Eddie make it work. Yeah, you can make it work and make it really, really awesome. That says a lot coming from me. And I do like how it looks. And when you put them in there, that vehicle does open up. It does open up from the top panel in case you want to know the top of it on. The front window you can push down. The doors open up too. I think I like that part. It's a really awesome of a thing. So, what do you think? Would you pick up this Punisher? Well, ever, if you would. Some people already have. It's worth getting, and I'll be honest, I'll put it in the description below to any. I think I'll put it for the Big Bad Toy Store in case you want to buy it there. So yeah, I hope you have a good day, y'all, and I better start working on these. Peace out, people.